I know you guys might be thinking, what is a fraction? We've never learned about that, but I'm going to explain to you what a fraction is. So a fraction is a part of a whole. That means you have one thing and you can split it into as many pieces as you want. So say I have my favorite snack, which is a cupcake. I have one whole cupcake right here. So this is a whole. And say I wanted to share it with someone, so I'll split it in half. I'll cut 2 pieces from one cupcake. So I have my one cupcake and I cut it, so now there's 2 pieces. So this was a whole and now it's part of a whole. So this is one part and this is another part. So this was a whole and now this one is a half and this one is another half, which that means it's a fraction. It went from 1 to 1/2 and another half. And say we want to do that again. Now 4 people want to eat the cupcake. So we're going to split it again. So now 4 people can eat the cupcake. And here now we have where we had our whole cupcake. Now it's split up into 4 pieces. So now it was a whole. And here we have 1 part of the cupcake, 2 parts of the cupcake, 3 parts of the cupcake, and 4 parts of the cupcake. So now we just split a whole into 4 different sections. So now we put our cupcake back together. Now it's a whole again. So if we did split it into 4, which we just did, this would be 1/4 of a cupcake. We took 1 part out of the whole cupcake. So there's 1, 2, 3, and it's missing 1 piece. And this is the 1 piece. So this is 1/4 of a cupcake. Now say somebody else ate the cupcake. This is another part of the cupcake. So now we're back to half of the cupcake. And this is still a 1/4 because it was a piece of it, it was a 1/4 of it, and we took it away. And 2/4 is the same as 1/2 because if we put it together, now it's a half, 2 halves, so 1 and 1. But see, this is also 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So 2 out of 4 is the same as 1 out of 2. So we have the cupcake right here and we split it into all these different parts, which creates fractions because they're pieces of the whole. So the whole cupcake and split it into 1, 2, 3, and 4, each one being a 1/4 since there are 4 total pieces. So if you take away 1 piece, that is 1 out of the 4 pieces gone. If you take away 2 pieces, that is 2 out of the 4 pieces gone. So that is how you would see a fraction in an example or on a graph because it would be the same thing. It would just be pieces taken away of it. So now I'm going to show you what a numerator is. So how we had the cupcake at first. It was a whole cupcake and then we split it in half. So this is what a half looks like. It's 1 out of 2. So there's 2 pieces of the cupcake because we split it in half and we took 1 piece out of it. So half of the cupcake, which would be right here, still together, this is half of the cupcake. The numerator is the number on top and the denominator is the number on the bottom. I can remember it because denominator starts with D and the word down also starts with D. So denominator down, numerator is on top. So this is a numerator and a denominator. Another example was if we had 4 pieces of the cupcake and we had 1, which is the numerator, and 4, which is the denominator, because we broke it into 4 pieces and we took 1 part out of the 4 pieces. Now, 1 doesn't have to be the only numerator. We could have something like 3/4, which would be 3 out of 4 pieces. So if I ate 1 piece of the cupcake that we split up 4 times, there would still be 3/4 of the cupcake left because 3 pieces are still left. So now let's think about how to tell if a fraction is bigger or smaller than another. So say we have half of a cupcake and 1/4 of a cupcake. So would you want a piece that has 2 cupcakes left? Would you want a half of each cupcake? Or would you want when it's broken up into the smaller pieces? A half is bigger because a half is the cupcake broken up twice, not 4 times.